Good morning, students of class 10. How are you? Fine. Okay, I am too fine. Students, now come to the point. Our today's topic already has been written on the board. You can see topic is metals and non-metals, and this belongs to your third chapter of chemistry, and this is very important topics for examination point of view. Today I will talk with you about this topic, that is metals and non-metals. Students, about metals and non-metals, in your lower class also have studied. For example, if I ask you give some physical properties of metal and non-metal, you say, sir, metals are malleable, non-metals are non-malleable, metals are ductile, non-metals are non-ductile, metals are good conductors, non-metals are poor conductors, and etc. And your answer is absolutely right. But today I will talk with you about some other concept of metals and non-metals which you have not studied in your lower class. Okay? First of all, let me say metals and non-metals are elements, and you know elements are considered as pure substances. So metals and non-metals are pure substances and they are said to be elements. Okay? Students, the first ever classification of elements in the world was made on the basis of physical and chemical properties of elements. And on that very basis, broadly, elements were classified in two groups, and that is metals and non-metals. Later on, some other classifications were also made in metal and non-metal, but the broad classification of elements are two, that is metals and non-metals. Okay? Students, you must know, so far more than 100 elements known to us. Among them, 80% elements are metals and 18% elements are non-metals, and rest 2% elements are said to be metalloid. Do you know what are metalloids? Let me say, students, metalloids are certain elements which show some of the properties like metals and some of the properties like non-metals. For example, silicon, which symbol is Si, germanium, which symbol is Ga, boron, which symbol you write capital B. These all are metalloids because they show there some of the properties like metals and some of the properties like non-metals. But hereby, students, about metalloids, I am not going to discuss in broad before you, because this is not the topic of today. Our today's topic, metals and non-metals. What are metals and what are non-metals? This is the first questions before us. How can we define metals? How can we define non-metals? Students, on the basis of physical property, you are able to define metals and non-metals. but on the basis of chemical properties. I think most of you will not define metals and non-metals. So let me talk about metals and non-metals on the basis of chemical properties. So on the basis of chemical properties, we can define metals that metals are those elements which form positive ion by loss of electrons. So in case of metals, you can define metals are electropositive elements which form positive ion by loss of electrons. So this is the definition of metal on the basis of chemical property. So you have to keep in your mind, metals are electropositive elements. Electropositive elements are said to be metals. Now question is here, electropositive means what? What message should go in your mind when you say electropositive element? Electropositive means tendency to lose electron and form positive ion. So keep in mind, students, whenever metals go in chemical reaction, they have tendency to lose their electrons and form positive ion. For example, you can see here, simple example I am going to put before you. Na, and this is the symbol of sodium element. And sodium is a metal. Its atomic number is 11. And this sodium, when it goes in chemical reaction, it loses its electron and forms positive ion, Na+. So sodium always forms Na+ when it goes in reaction field to react with other element, other substances. Sodium forms sodium ion. How sodium will form sodium ion? You are looking here. Upon sodium there is one positive charge. It means sodium loses its one electron. So this one electron you can show in the reaction like this. Okay? Suppose if it loses its 2 electron, then it will form Na2+ ion. If it loses 3 electron, it will form Na3+ ion. So whatever number of electrons are lost by metals, that number are represented in the form of positive ion upon their symbol. So this is sodium. Okay. Now let me say another example, Al. And you must know Al is the symbol of aluminium metal, and aluminium is also a metal and its atomic number is 30. And whenever aluminium goes in chemical reaction, generally it has tendency to lose its 3 electrons and form Al3+ ion. So you can show here like this, Al3+ plus 3E-. Okay. So students, this is the concept of metals. I think you must learn about the metals on the basis of chemical properties. Okay? Now is the turn of non-metals. So what are non-metals? How can you define non-metals on the basis of chemical property? So students, on basis of chemical property, non-metals are defined as those elements, or you can say non-metals are electronegative elements, which form negative ion by gain of electron. Students, you have to keep in your mind, whenever an element gains electron, it forms negative ion, and whenever an element loses electron, it's called positive ion. So non-metals are elements that have tendency to gain electrons and form negative ion. Okay? And that's why non-metals are said to be electronegative elements. Let me say one example here. S. Can you tell me what element is this? Yes, right. This is sulfur, and its atomic number is 16. And sulfur is a non-metal. So certainly, whenever it goes to react, it has tendency to gain electron. So it gains electron. How many? 2 electrons it gains and forms negative ion, that is represented like S to the power 2 minus, and this is read as sulfide ion. So students, whenever I ask you to represent symbolically sulfide ion, you should write S to the power 2 minus. Right? So you are looking here, sulfur is hereby gaining 2 electrons and form S to the power 2 minus ion. So this is the tendency of all the non-metals. All the non-metals like sulfur gain some electrons and form negative ion. So from today you must know what are metals and what are non-metals. Metals are electropositive elements and non-metals are electronegative elements. Electropositive means tendency to lose electron and form positive ion. Non-metals are electronegative. It means non-metals have tendency to gain electron and form negative ion. Okay? And students, for today, this is all. Go through it, study well, be safe at your home. Thank you very much. Bye.